Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Lessons for Life from Swami Jagdatmananji's book Learn to Live. This is about Archimedes. Archimedes was a great Greek mathematician, physicist, engineer, astronomer, and inventor from the ancient city of Syracuse in Sicily. This great physicist and mathematician is considered to be the greatest scientist of ancient history and one of the greatest of all time. He is famous for his contribution to hydrostatics, mechanics, etc. He is best known for the Archimedes principle. Archimedes was totally committed to science. His whole mind was focused on scientific issues. This is the interesting story of Archimedes. Now let us listen to Swami Jagdatmananji's narration of this fascinating story and some very inspiring quotations. Stand up, be bold, be strong. Take the whole responsibility on your shoulders and know that you are the creator of your own destiny. All the strength and succor you want is within yourself. Therefore, make your own future. Swami Vivekananda. There is one corner of the universe you can be certain of improving, and that is your own self. There is one corner of the universe you can be certain of improving, and that is your own self. Aldous Huxley. The man who has daily inured himself to habits of concentrated attention, energetic volition, and self-denial will stand like a tower when everything rocks around him, and when his softer fellow mortals are winnowed like chaff in the blast. William James. In the final analysis, there is no other solution to man's progress but the day's honest work, the day's honest activities, the day's generous utterances, and the day's good deeds. Clare Boothe Luce. Chapter 1. Hidden Truth. How strange, how true. This story is set on the island of Sicily, which is in the Mediterranean region. The intensity of the heat of the burning sun had relented a little in the afternoon. The street was thronged with people immersed in their own preoccupations of life, business or profession. Suddenly, a shrill shout was heard. Eureka! Eureka! Lo! Somebody was running through the middle of the street in his birthday suit. He was beside himself in excitement and was hardly aware of the fact that he had nothing on. As he ran, crowds of people gazed at him in wonder and amazement. Who was he? He was not an ordinary man, but a great scientist, who once said that if he were given a place to stand on firmly, a sufficiently long lever, and a suitable fulcrum, he could lift the earth off its orbit. His name was Archimedes. Why did he run naked through the crowded road that afternoon, crying, Eureka, I saw? What had he seen? The background of the incident was this. Hero, the king of Syracuse, had ordered his goldsmith to make a golden crown. The skilled artisan carried out the order and brought the finished crown to the king, who, however, got a suspicion that the golden adornment might have been mixed with some base metal in the process of its creation. He could not rely on any eyewitness. It was a challenge to the scholars and learned men of the court to put the genuineness of the metal used in the crown to test. Archimedes accepted the challenge. Archimedes returned home and started reflecting on a technique to find out if the crown contained any base alloy. He analyzed the problem from various angles. He focused his attention on the subject and meditated constantly on the properties of matter. Even while he was preparing to take a bath, his mind was engrossed, trying to solve the riddle that he had been entrusted with. While getting into the tub, he slipped and fell down. The water filling the tub to the brim flowed across its edges. Something flashed in his mind. He had discovered the law of displacement and specific gravity, with which he could test whether the royal crown was pure or debased. Overjoyed at the discovery, he jumped out of the tub and ran shouting "Eureka!" oblivious of the fact that he was naked. Archimedes had reflected on the problem with absolute concentration in quest of a solution. He had utilized all the energies of his mind in the effort to find an answer to the teasing question. He had reflected on it day and night. Finally, the discovery of the truth so overwhelmed him with joy that he became oblivious to everything else. Such is the effect of labor that yields fruit. William James, the famous American psychologist, once said, "What tells in life is the whole mind working together." Archimedes had imbibed this art of living.